Good morning, folks. Welcome back to another edition of the Mere Mortals Monday movement, the 4M's. Stop calling it 4M's. It's just fine, but it's just a Monday movement. Something today that's been on my mind, something actually I was writing about. Yes, writing about, because here at Mere Mortals we're doing a little bit of a blog as well. And you probably haven't seen it, you probably haven't found it. And that's all good because it's a little bit hidden. But if you stumble upon it on the website or whatever it may be, go and check it out. Leave a little bit of a comment there. So yeah, no, what we're talking about today is it a sprint or is it a marathon? Which one is it? You always hear it. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Why is it a marathon? And look, I get the whole principle of it. I understand it, to try to move you towards, don't worry about burning yourself out. You've got time to do things, but I don't even like calling it a marathon. And I'm going to compare it to podcasting. So the blog that I was writing about is sort of 3 unusual tips for podcasting in 2021. And so one of them, and hopefully this is not jingling around too much, one of them is, it's actually not even a marathon. It's actually, if you want to look at it as a racetrack, and it's an ongoing race round and round. Imagine a Le Mans 24 hours, except it's to infinity. And the reason I say this is because a marathon kind of gives the impression that it's still a race. You're still competing against others. You're still in this competition and challenging state where you have to go and beat somebody. So, if I was looking at us, for Mere Mortals, it's kind of like saying, well, we're in a marathon, and we potentially, at the end, we might beat a Joe Rogan, a Tim Ferriss, an Audrey Marcus, a Dave Asprey. And the truth of the matter is, one, you probably won't, but two, it's actually better. It's more a case that you should think about it like a bit of an ongoing race in the racetrack where you kind of begin with, a go-kart or a very simple car. And what you get the chance to do is after you go and lap round and round and round, it's basically a version of time and the ability to improve and acknowledge what the racetrack is like, the kinks, the difficulties, the objectives, the objects, things that are stopping in your way. Because believe it or not, the journey isn't so much about the total outcome. It's actually in the journey is found in those obstacles along the way. That's the reality of life. That's where the journey actually is embedded, not as opposed to finishing the marathon, but the race that just keeps on going. So you obviously, that's a different way to look at it. Be interested to hear what others see it that way. Obviously, there is times when a marathon is a marathon, like a race. So don't go mixing those up. But when it comes to perspectives like a podcast or an artistic device, you're trying to accomplish something that is about you, or it's a little bit more timeless, then think about that. All right, the Immortals, one out.